Hello, my lovely second graders. This week for social studies, I'm going to read you a book by the name of The Most Magnificent Thing by Ashley Spires. Magnificent. What does that word mean? It means wonderful, amazing. Well, this little girl, she is full of ideas. She's around your age, and she wants to make the most magnificent thing. As you can see, all the things that she has in her little buggy is all recyclable objects all around her neighborhood. And she has a best buddy. I think it's her assistant who helps her. Well, she goes through lots of things and emotions, creating her magnificent thing. And I want you to be inspired by this book. And I want you to understand that sometimes maybe your product isn't what you thought it would be, but not to be discouraged and to always keep trying. So I hope that you'd sit back and enjoy this book. This is a regular girl and her best friend in the whole wide world. They do all kinds of things together. They race, they eat, they explore, they relax. She makes things. He makes things. One day, the girl has a wonderful idea. She's going to make the most magnificent thing. She knows just how it will work. She knows just how it will work. All she has to do is make it. And she makes things all the time, easy peasy. First, she hires an assistant. I wonder who could that be? Next, they gather their supplies. They set up somewhere out of the way and get to work. Now that I'm really looking at where she's at, is she really out of the way? I hope that you pick an awesome spot where you know that you're out of the way of everyone else so that you can really concentrate and get to work. The girl tinkers and hammers and measures, while her assistant pounces and growls and chews. When she is finished, she steps back to admire her work. She walks around one side. Her assistant examines the other side. It doesn't look right. Her assistant picks it up and gives it a shake. It doesn't feel right either. They are shocked to discover that the thing isn't magnificent or good. It isn't even kind of sort of okay. It is all wrong. The girl tosses it aside and gives it another go. She smooths and wrenches and fiddles. Her assistant circles and tugs and wags. When she is finished, she stands up and takes a long look at it. Her assistant gives it a nudge with his paw. The thing is still wrong. She decides to try again. The girl saws and glues and adjusts. She stands and examines and stares. She twists and tweaks and fastens. She fixes and straightens and studies. She is really focused on making sure that her product is magnificent. She tries all different ways to make it better. She makes it square. She makes it round. She gives it legs. She adds antennas. She makes it fuzzy. She makes it long, short, rough, smooth, big, small. One even smells of stinky cheese. But none of them are magnificent. Oh, how do you think she's feeling? That none of these things are magnificent. Her hard work attracts a few admirers, but they don't understand. They can't see the magnificent thing that she has in her mind. She gets mad. What do you think she's going to do? I think that a lot of the things that she made are magnificent. What do you think? The angrier she gets, the faster she works. She smashes, pieces into shapes. She jams parts together. She pummels the little bits in. Her hands feel too big to work, and her brain is too full of all the not right things. If only the thing would just work. You can tell she's super frustrated. Sometimes when you're super frustrated, it is really hard to get your mind focused on what you really want to do. What do you think she should do? Uh-oh, she hurt herself. This cannot be good. The pain starts in her fingers. It rushes up to her brain, and she explodes. It is not her finest moment. I'm no good at this. I quit. Her assistant suggests a walk. Wow, I think that's a great idea. Don't you? Sometimes you just gotta walk away for a bit and take a break. It's not much help at first. As you look at the pictures, you can see that at first she's still kind of sad, and as they're walking around, she looks like she's kind of getting a little bit more happier. But before long, she starts to feel different. Bit by bit, the mad gets pushed out of her head. As they stroll along, she comes across the first wrong thing she made. The bad feelings are about to start all over again. Then she notices something surprising. I wonder what she notices. There are some parts of the wrong things that are really quite right. The bolts on one, the shape of another, the wheel to seat ratio of the next. There are all sorts of parts that she likes. Aw, look at that. It looks like she's trying again. By the time she reaches the end of the trail, she finally knows how to make the thing magnificent. She gets to work. She works carefully and slowly, tinkering, hammering, twisting, fiddling, gluing, painting. Her assistants make sure that there are no distractions. Look at her neighbors. There is always something for each of them. This is the perfect thing to ward off bears. This will stop that leak. This one's all wet. The afternoon fades into evening. Finally, she finishes. She alerts her assistant. Wow, I'm so excited to find out what is the most magnificent thing she made. She seems super excited too. The pair take a good long look. It leans a little to the left, and it's a bit heavier than expected. The color could use a bit of work too, but it's just what she wanted. Dun-dun-dun! They climb aboard and take it for a spin. They are not disappointed. It really is the most magnificent thing. Aw, look at that. Isn't that amazing? Wow, she was a little inventor, wasn't she? This week, you're going to be a little inventor as well. You're going to examine your production plan so that you can utilize it. And how do I know that you understand your production plan is when you create your product from your production plan. I know that you're going to do awesome, and I hope that this book inspires you to do your creation. I hope that it teaches you that when things don't go your way, that just take a step back and take a break and come back, refocus, and try again. I hope that you enjoy creating your product, and I can't wait to see all the amazing products that our second graders have created. So your first assignment for social studies is to create your product. Have fun creating your product. Gather all your materials you listed in your production plan. Once completed, take a picture of you and your product. Submit with your write-up. Your write-up is you analyzing your product. Remember, every time you submit something, you should always write at least 5 to 10 complete sentences, watching your capitalization, your grammar, your punctuation. First thing is 1, to explain your choice in creating your product to sell to your classmates. Why did you choose this product to sell? What makes it a great product to sell to your classmates? And 2, if you could change anything about your product to make it better, what would you change and why? Finally, for extra credit, I want you to create a one-line slogan, which is a memorable, catchy phrase used in advertisement that will persuade your classmates to purchase your product. Here are some examples. Take a look at them and think about your product and what phrase could you use that really goes with your product to sell to your classmates. What would that be? What would that look like? And so that's for extra credit. I hope that you enjoy creating your product. We cannot wait to see what you make. Have fun. If you get frustrated, take a break and try again.